Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Great League. So new rates or new rotation of cups, and we're going to be trying out the open Great League here. We're going to be met with a Wigglytuff. We have two counters to Wigglytuff in the back, so we're just going to switch out into the Talonflame. Let's see if they're going to shield this or not. No shield from our opponent here. They actually just tank it and then lead. So we're going to farm up until another potential move. We're going to go for this Flame Charge right here. They de-invest a shield. And now our opponent here is going to throw a move. We're going to allow it to go through. Ends up being the Fly. We know that they have no energy here until now. They're going to potentially throw another move here. We can survive the Fly, so that's why we're going to let it go. We're going to farm a little bit more, and then we're going to throw this Scold to either get a shield or the KO. They end up letting it go. They actually have the Credilli in the back. This Credilli is a little bit better against our Whiscash Charizard combo here, so we're trying to do as much damage as possible with this Whiscash. Go for the Scold to try to get the debuff. We do get the debuff, so we're going to immediately switch out here, and now our opponent is going to start investing some energy. We do shield here. They actually switch out into their Wigglytuff to reset their debuff. We're going to go for this Dragon Claw here. It is resisted, but we're trying to get it to get it low enough so that we can potentially farm down. We do get the farm down, which is great. And now our opponent is forced to use some energy. They end up coming back in and using a Rock Slide. And we're going to try our best and use the power of his Shadow Wing attack to try to win the game. Barely don't KO. And then we're going to try our best here to get the KO with the pass move of the Whiscash. So that's exactly what happens. The Shadow Charizard coming in clutch, using the power of the Wing attack to get everything low enough for our backline. Next game, let's see what we find. Whiscash versus same mirror matchup. We definitely don't want to switch out. We definitely just want to play this out. Even if we lose CAP, we're going to try to play this one out and get it low enough so we can farm down with something. Probably going to be the Charizard, to be honest. So let's see what they throw. Oh, this is a return Whiscash. So this is interesting. They actually purify their Shadow Whiscash to get the return. Kind of interesting. Not exactly sure. Maybe just for a surprise factor, but I'm not exactly sure why you would have the return over the other moves, but it worked out. They do win the lead. We're going to farm down like we said. We're going to go into our Charizard, and we are met with the Ulterior. So here we're going to have to either do as much damage with this Charizard or try to get the shield down. And that's exactly what we're going to be aiming for right now. We do get to 3 Dragon Claws here, forcing our opponent to double shield. And then we're going to switch out into the Talonflame. This Talonflame is going to have to shield. And regardless, we're going to be able to get to a move here. They actually catch a move on their Trevenant, but either way, it is GG's because this Trevenant has no chance to beat the Talonflame, especially when I throw the Flame Charge with the boost. So not bad with that backline with the Talonflame, but I wonder how that would have played out if their Whiscash was a Scold Mud Bomb version. All right, next here we're going to be facing the Sableye. Sableye here is pretty tanky. It looks like this is a XL1. Okay, they immediately switch out into the Cresselia. We are going to switch out into the Charizard. We know that Cresselia potentially could know Future Sight, especially with the decrease of Dark types. They are more likely to run the Future Sight, and that's indeed what happened with her. So that's a great shield by us right there. We actually decide to go for the double shield farm down because we believe this energy on the Charizard is very, very valuable. Our opponent here ends up coming back in with the Swampert. So this Swampert is going to shield or take some huge damage. We do get the Blast Burn to go off. We're going to immediately throw a Dragon Claw here to get the shield. So a nice way to get a shield and huge damage on this Swampert, forcing our opponent's Swampert to use some energy. And then they're going to switch out immediately into the Sableye. This Sableye is going to have to tank a Scold. We're going to be able to get to another move here. Mud Bomb goes through. This is going to be a shield or a KO. Ends up being the shield. And then we're going to allow them to use a move here. This is going to KO this Whiscash pretty easily. And then we're going to come back in with our Talonflame here. We do get 2 Incinerates. And then because of that, we are able to get to a move before that Swampert is able to get to their last move as well. So that is GG's right here, going for the Fly, KOing the Swampert. So nice little team right here. It's pretty classic ABB team, where Whiscash is protected by fires and flyers. Next game, we're met with the Glider. This Glider here is going to be a Shadow. They actually switch out. We decided to switch into the Charizard. We're actually kind of surprised how much damage Charm is doing to Charizard. Even though the Charm is resisted, they did get a little bit of a boost this season. So in hindsight, we should have gone into the Talonflame right there. Didn't realize that the Charizard was going to be tanking that much Charm damage. But nonetheless, we're going to go back in with the Talonflame to get some boost. Okay, we're going to boost up, and ends up being the Glider coming back in. The Glider does go for Aero Ace right here. We're going to shield, and you can see how much damage our Incinerates are doing to this Shadow Glider. 2 Incinerates already taking it to about the 75% mark. Another Incinerate goes through. They actually end up shielding. We're going to combo play, but they actually anticipate that and immediately switch out. This Abomasnow here is debuffed, but all of our moves here are resisted, unfortunately. We go for another Skull, looking for another debuff. No debuff. Here we're going to decide if we want to shield here or not. Our opponent ends up throwing the Icy Wind bait. So this has gone from bad to worse. We're going to have to go for another Skull here. Skull does not KO because they did get the Icy Wind for the debuff. This is surely going to be an Energy Ball taking us out right there. And they're going to be able to switch out immediately. So well played by my opponent right there. GG's to them. Definitely should have used the Talonflame to take care of that Wigglytuff right there. So good to know for the rest of the cup. Okay, now we're going to be met with the Poliwrath. This Poliwrath has a pretty good matchup against our entire team here. We're going to do our best to try to whittle it down as low as possible. We're going to let this one go, I believe. Ends up being the Skull. We are able to tank it. We don't get a debuff, so that is really good for us. And oh, looks like our opponent lagged or left. Oh, they actually, it looks like they left, unfortunately. Maybe something happened, but either way, this Poliwrath here would have to either be really low for this Charizard to farm down, because this Whiscash that we have was able to tank that Skull. So it would have been interesting. Let's see what they actually end up having in the back. Ended up being the Shadow Glider paired with what? What do we think is in the back here at this point? Ooh, Charizard. Okay, so this would have been interesting. It would have been interesting to play out, but this Charizard with some energy would have done some good work against their backline. Plus, they did have the Charjabug in the back. So let us know what you think about this team, and hope you enjoyed the video.